Good morning, it's Saturday and I've just been to weigh in, so I shall let you know how I got on when I get home. Hi, right, I'm back to do my weigh-in update. I recorded my intro this morning, but I've been really busy in and out all day, so it's the afternoon now and I just thought I'd sit down and give you an update on where I am weight loss wise. I don't even know if you're straight actually, you're on a tripod, but I don't know if you're straight, so if I'm not, you'll have to just tilt your head slightly. So, I didn't go to weigh-in last week, partly because I couldn't fit it in because of Ewan's work shifts, but partly is because I knew that my last week at work I was really stressed and I didn't stick to plan very well. I just kind of ate whatever, whenever. It was really not a very nice week for the first half, and the last 2 days I had off as holiday and then my brain went into holiday mode, so not good from a Slimming World point of view. So when I had the opportunity of giving myself an excuse not to go on Saturday, I took it straight away. Let me just adjust you slightly because I do feel like I'm looking up at the camera a bit like you're miles away. That's a bit better, I think. And so yeah, I didn't go to weigh-in, so therefore I didn't know what the damage was. So this week kind of started off and continued in the same vein really. I kind of decided that I was on holiday and it didn't really matter. Having said that, when I sit and reflect on it, I really beat myself up and very nearly didn't go to group again. And then my leader messaged me and said that she was really looking forward to seeing me, that she missed me last week, and really motivated me to go back. And I explained to her what happened, and she was like, you know, there's no shame in our group, you know, you can come back and all the rest of it. And I'm so glad that I did. So I went in today not knowing what to expect, but I did sit and reflect after I got weighed on what I'd eaten, and actually I don't think I made really bad choices, apart from the really, really hot days when I did have ice creams, and I had several ice creams. I hadn't had a lot of food, so I think from a calorie point of view, although I had these ice creams, I think I had like one meal both days, so I don't think actually I'd have been like over calories. And I know that's not Slimming World, but ultimately Slimming World is still a calorie deficit no matter how you work it out. That's what our bodies need in order to lose weight. So I don't think I was actually as bad as what I was kind of bigging myself up to be. And like on Thursday, I went out with my sister into Belper and we had breakfast, and I went for the veggie breakfast, and it was tomatoes, beans, mushrooms, poached eggs, and halloumi. And the halloumi, I was hardly drinking tea and coffee last week because of the heat, so that would have been my healthy extra A. So I think on the whole, I actually wasn't as bad as I thought I was. I'm not saying I was a saint. You know, we went to the Haribo shop yesterday and I did have sweets, so I have eaten extra snacks and extra sweets. But I don't think I was as bad as I was sort of like thinking I was, because I wasn't tracking and I wasn't writing anything down and I wasn't even thinking Slimming World. But I think actually if I had written it down, I'd have perhaps seen that I wasn't as bad as I thought, if that makes sense. Very weird, I know. But anyway, to cut a long story short, or a short story long, I went in for weigh-in and I've maintained. So I'm happy with that. I've had 2 weeks which were like really kind of write off, but I've actually managed to get away with maintain, which I'm more than happy with. I have, on one of the days I've done over 10,000 steps, and you know, so I have done a bit of activity. I haven't done any formal exercise, but I have done activity. I do feel really motivated for this week. I do feel really on it. I've been out this morning for breakfast. Well, it really was lunch by the time I got there. I went for a jacket potato. I'm feeling extremely motivated now for this week. I start my new job on Monday, and I feel like because it's going to be like 9 till 5:30 and quite regimented, that it's going to help because I'm going to get into a proper routine again. I feel like I've been so all over the place with hours, starting early, supposedly finishing early but finishing late, and I think I've just been all over the shop. So I'm hoping that the new regimented approach will help. So I'm going to try and make plans on Sunday for what I'm going to have for breakfast, what I'm going to have for my lunches. Even if I don't, I'm not going to set them out so I know what I'm having every day, but I'm just going to have an idea of 5 days worth of breakfast, 5 days worth of lunch, so that I know what I'm going to have on one of the days. And then tea wise, I bought a slow cooker in the Prime sale, the Prime Day sale, so I've got a slow cooker now, a proper crock pot one. So I'm intending, because I'm not starting till 9, to get up in the morning at my normal time and prepare something in the slow cooker, so we'll have something for tea. So that even though I'm finishing at 5:30, which actually isn't actually really much later than it normally is, because I'm normally working late anyway. It's probably earlier still, to be fair. I can go off and do my exercise because I know dinner will be ready. That's my plan. So let's hope I can stick to it. I've got new sort of like stationery and notebooks and stuff for work, so I'm going to try and see if I can start making a concerted effort to actually sort of like plan and do journaling and plan what I'm going to have that day and stick to it. I need to do it anyway from a budget point of view, because obviously all this eating extra out and takeaways is really sort of like having an impact on the budget. And I've actually got a shortfall for July because I finished my last job on the 13th, had the week off, and then although I have got a bit of holiday pay, the next week when I start work I'll actually not get paid for till the end of August, so I'm actually like over a week's pay down. So yeah, I need to budget really and be careful. So yeah, you don't need to know all that really in this video. This is a weird video, I don't know what I'm chatting on about, but I just thought I'd give you a proper sort of like fill in. I do think over the next week or two I'm going to start thinking about doing some frugal recipes, because I think we're all feeling the pinch slightly, and as we go into the winter with the gas and electricity prices going up, I think that's going to become more of a thing. So I'm going to start looking for some frugal recipes that are still healthy, to prove that you can be healthy on a budget. And so yeah, that's my plan for this week. So come back if you haven't already subscribed if you want to see more of that, and hopefully I'll get something that will interest you. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to start recording more frequently, just because I'm going to be in a bit more of a routine. Obviously I won't be able to record during my work segments, so during the day it will just be sort of before work, lunchtime and in the evening. I won't be doing any bits in between, but that should help me sort of like be a bit more regimented, I think. So anyway, that's me done for this week. I hope you've all got on really well with whatever plan you're following at the moment and whatever you're doing. I hope you're where you need to be. I do feel, if I look at my book, I'll show you my book actually. I don't know if that's focused or not and whether you can see it, because it will try and pick up my face if I'm not careful. But if you look at it in the whole scheme of things, I lost £5 the first week, then I lost £1.50, then I lost £1, and then since then I've been kind of messing around. £1.50 on, £1.50 off, £1 on, £2 on, £0.5 off. So I feel like my weight hasn't really changed in a while. The lowest I hit was the 18th of June, which is obviously over a month ago. So I just really want to get back into it. I'm 2.5, I'm 13 2.5. So if I can get 3 off this week, I'll be back in the 12s, which I really, really want to do. I don't like to set myself a number target because it kind of messes with my head, and also I just never achieve it. But I do feel like, because I've had this sort of like bit of a diet break, that if I really, really stick to it this week and do really well, that I could have quite a big loss, because it's almost like starting again. So I'm going to really try and go for it this week. I think that will boost me for the following week. And I just keep thinking in the back of my mind that I've got quite a big birthday in November, and I really want to try and get a couple of stone off by then if I can. I can do it. I know I can do it. I've just got to get my head in order. So yeah, anyway, that's me done for this week. Like I say, hope you've done well. Let me know in the comments how you've got on. Really like to hear how you're progressing. There are a few people on YouTube that have gone back to Slimming World, and I'm really enjoying their content. Mad Scott's Lass, she does some really, really good meals of the week and stuff, so I'll be following her with interest, because it's going to motivate me and help me decide on what I'm having. And yeah, quite a few people to watch. So yeah, I shall see you next week for the same time. If you're here for weighing updates, if you're here for other stuff, you'll probably see me pop up at some point during the week. Take care, bye.